Dude, I was at my parents' place for actual Mother's Day, and I don't need the phone up there because I have the notes here. I was at my parents' place for actual Mother's Day, and my dad made pasta. Now, my dad does the cooking in the family, and my dad rips at cooking, dude. It really does. He makes a good pasta sauce, and that is so New Jersey, you know? His pasta sauce is good, dude. It gets you here, it gets you right here. His gravy, the gravy he makes, it's so New Jersey to call pasta sauce gravy. Makes you think you think of fucking turkey gravy all over the pasta. It'd be so fucking gross. And a pizza pie. Ew. Anyway, he makes a great gravy sauce. You understand? Sorry, little kids, but I'm gonna kill a clown today. Anyway, my dad makes a good fucking sauce, and he made it, and he killed that shit. Sometimes he puts meatballs in it, but sometimes he's filling it a little bit and he'll put sausage in it. And sometimes he's filling it a bit more and he'll put steak in it. He'll put chunks of steak just in the pasta. And if you're not Italian or if you're not familiar with pasta, like my ex-girlfriend just didn't like pasta. And I was just like, excuse me? Are you human? But she just didn't like pasta that much. And I have another buddy who pretends he doesn't like it because he likes to have six-packs. He's like, I don't like pasta. I ate enough when I was a kid. And I'm just like, you're making excuses. Just say you don't want to eat it because you want that washboard tummy. So if you're one of those people, if you're one of those people that doesn't really live by the pasta, you know, my family, we ate pasta every other day. But dude, we ate, you can throw steak in pasta, but you might be like, steak, chunks of steak in pasta? Ugh. It's good. It was Mother's Day. My dad was doing something special, so he was putting chunks of steak and sausage in bow tie pasta. All right? That's what he did with his fucking beautiful gravy. You understand? So we get to the house. I notice the chunks of steak and the sausage in the pasta, and I'm like, God damn. So I took some out of the bowl and I put 3 pieces of sausage in my bowl with my pasta, okay? And I went to bring it back down to the table and eat it. Now, I watch my dad take a bunch of fucking pasta, a bunch of pieces of steaks and some sausage, put it in the bowl. I goes to sit down. And as he's walking down, I say, hey, how many pieces of meat do you think you like to have in each bowl of pasta? And he says, I have no idea. This is the thing here where with just, it sets me apart from my dad. Like if you were to meet me and then see my dad out somewhere, you'd be like, that's Chris D'Elia's dad. He just looks like me a lot. And even more than that, he acts like me. But this is the part where it's like he was the teacher and he taught me and I'm the student and I surpassed it. Because this dude, my dad would definitely get on somebody for saying the wrong thing or not being specific enough, but not as much as me. So he says, I have no idea. And I'm just like, how could you eat pasta with chunks of meat in it and not know how many pieces of meat generally you might like in each bowl, okay? And I said, and I left it alone. I left it alone because sometimes Kristen talks to me about my tone, and I'm like, I don't want to be doing the tone. Let's learn from this experience, and let's not push. You understand? But I want to know, right? That's where I get into trouble. That's where your boy gets into trouble. When we're hanging out, having a good time, somebody does something, it's not specific enough, and I ask them about it, and then they say something that's still not specific enough, and then I get this, but I want to know. That's when your boy is on a slippery slope, okay? So I back off, because Kristen's there. And even though, yeah, sure, I got my brother there that's definitely willing to back me up, because he's very specific too, I back off. And I chill. And I'm like, you know what? I got my son here. Let's just be a family. So we sit down and we're eating pasta and everyone's having a good time. Your boy can't drop it. Your boy can't drop the feeling. Your boy cannot drop the feeling. My dad lied. My dad lied to me. In my head, my dad lied to me. He said he never thought about how many pieces of meat that he would want in the fucking pasta, okay? So I'm eating the fucking thing, and I'm eating, and I'm eating my sausage, and I'm like, that's the first piece, you know. I'm eating the fucking pasta, and I go, there's the second piece that I knew I put in there. All right, cool. I got one more piece because I know 3 pieces are in there. You put 3 to 4 pieces of meat in the fucking pasta when the bowls are this size. So I say, hey, Dad, you know, when you said you put a bunch, when I asked you how many pieces of meat goes in a bowl of pasta, you said you have no idea. And he's just eating the shit. He says, yeah. And I'm like, well, but what do you mean you have no idea that there is, how many pieces of meat would be in the bowl? And he just goes like this. And he kind of like giggles a little bit, but he's like, can I just eat my fucking pasta? And I'm just like, yeah, but certainly there's a difference between 1 piece of meat in the bowl of pasta and 25 pieces of meat in the bowl of pasta, right? And he says, yeah. I said, would you put 25 pieces of meat in a bowl of pasta? And he was like, that would just be a bowl of meat. And I said, okay, so you know not to do that, right? And he said, yeah. And I said, what about 24? And he said, that's too much. I said, well, what about 23? And he said, that's too much. And I said, 22? And I went down. I got to about 19. And he says, I just don't want to, are you going to keep going down the whole time? I don't want to. And I was like, because you know there's a number that matters. There's a number of pieces of meat in one pasta bowl that matters where you go like this. Okay, yeah, that's not too much. So now we got a number. Dude, we got a number. Is it 9? Is it 8? Is it 5? Because I looked down and I counted. I said, how many pieces of meat you got? And he says, I don't know. He said, well, I ate 3 and there's 4 left. So I said, wow, so 7's a lot. And he said, yeah. I said, did you know you put 7 in there? And he said, no, I didn't think about it. And I said, that is absolutely bonkers to me, man. You can make the bowl the way you want to make it and then eat it the way you want to eat it. But you don't even fucking think about that, huh? And he said, no. He said, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, that is unbelievable. Matt, what do you think about that? Because I'm in a roundtable discussion now. It's fucking Live and in Charge with Bill Maher, or whatever the fuck his show is called. What's it called? Real Time? Yeah, Real Time. Live and in Charge, dude. So I'm talking, and I say, Matt. And he says, what? And I says, what do you think? And he says, oh, yeah, no, I mean, I think that's crazy. And he said, I said, well, how many pieces of meat do you think should go in a bowl? And he said, I don't know, about 4. And I said, that's about how many pieces of meat I think should be in a pasta bowl. And basically, dude, don't live a life where you don't know how much pieces of meat you want in a fucking bowl that you're going to put in your body, dude. Well, I'm getting a sandwich. Well, hey, what kind of sandwich you want? A turkey sandwich. That's what he would say. So what kind of fucking I'm just going to get you a pastrami sandwich and give you that. If you don't give a fuck what's going on in the bowl that you're going to put in your body. I let it go-ish. You know, we talked a little bit about it, but I let it go-ish. And we agreed to disagree because I'm learning. Your boy is learning.